follows a retired soldier-turned-reporter who is given a coveted interview with a death row inmate. What he learns thrusts him into Atlanta's shadowy underworld, where he'll have to utilize his military training to survive being hunted for having information that could topple the most powerful ruling class in the city. This full-color graphic novel is available in hardcover, paperback, and pocketbook editions. Crowdfunding now through Dinales.com.
Well, look at that. We're live for another Jerking Adventure Hour. This is Saturday, June 13, 2026. Hello to X from BitChute. Hello to Lurkers and Bots. Hello to the chat. Hello to George.
Greetings. Greetings, everybody.
We stream every night because the stories are real, but the news, they be fake. And hello to you too as well.
Oh, yeah.
Before we jump in, be sure to get your copy of the Moral Mass 200-page graphic novel on sale on my website, Dinales.com. CriticalBlast.com and Amazon.com. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right, jumping in. First story up. Wall Street Maves. Woman who lied about being a Cherokee Indian in order to get her job, actually scholarship, at Harvard Law School is upset about Elon being the most successful African American in history.
Elon Musk is officially the world's first trillionaire. Think about that. We're living in a time when more and more people are just hanging on by their fingernails to survive in this economy. And Elon Musk has more money and more wealth than anyone in human history. I want to be clear.
So Elon Musk, who immigrated to America, struggled working behind a cheap PC, used his ingenuity.
Yeah. Created X payments
to create software.
Yeah.
That helps people and sells that software, and then slowly reinvests in himself over the
period
to almost 3 decades.
Yeah.
Or more than 3 decades. And this bitch is complaining about that?
Oh yeah. Because he got out of the usual rules. The usual rule is that if you want to get rich, you have to come to them because they're the gatekeepers. They're the ones who say, yeah, you can be rich or not rich, right? This guy didn't do that we know of, and went another path and got rich. Remember, PayPal was created by Elon Musk.
Well, X. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then he sold his PayPal money to buy Tesla. And then from Tesla money, he opened up these other companies, including SpaceX. Gee, how about that?
Oh, and he's also, I believe, the first African-American to go into space. Remember when he spent $20 million to get on a rocket, was it a Soyuz rocket?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody talked about that. Then who's this Elon guy?
Elon.
Spending $20 million.
Yeah. And he says, in the future, it'll be much cheaper than $20 million.
Yeah. I guess he just took a rocket to space to check out the real estate up there.
Yeah, pretty much. He's a prospector. He's like, where people don't think of space, this is a new frontier of money making.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I mean, think about it, George. One asteroid filled with golds and rare earth minerals, and he's set for life. He doesn't even have to deal with anything else.
I'm pretty sure he's going to go for one of those asteroids, probably the gold asteroid.
Yeah,
and then just like that's it. Every rocket that comes back to Earth will be bringing in like a couple of tons of gold.
Exactly.
Right. It's like, okay, just ring up the check. And here's what he opened up at 135 a share.
Yeah, and close at
Probably
160.
hit what? $40,000 a share?
I think 420.
Oh my gosh.
At least 420.
You know, if I wasn't poor, I would be investing in Elon and making myself poor.
By the way, a lot of people who took the risk and invested in SpaceX, such as mechanical engineers and his rocket engineers, right?
Mm.
They are multi-millionaires now.
Oh yeah, everyone who believed in themselves,
Yeah,
invested in themselves,
yeah,
in the American dream, right?
yeah. It's right there.
Toil the field, reap the spoils.
Exactly.
This is not just some fluke. It is a feature of a rigged economy. Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill cut health care for millions of Americans to give guys like Elon bigger tax.
No, that's not true. He cut millions of illegal aliens who shouldn't be on.
And those deals that she's talking about with the government happened before Trump came into office.
Exactly. This was during Obama time.
Breaks. The tax code rewards CEO.
Always makes me think that, the first term of Obama was renegade, he being renegade. The second term of Obama was him being captured. Because if you look at the two terms of Obama, clear difference.
Oh, yeah. You feel the difference.
Mm-hmm.
In the first term, he dunks a basketball. Second term, he doesn't even know what a basketball is.
Yeah.
For firing workers and replacing them with AI.
No, it isn't. No. He fired all the useless workers who videotaped him drinking wine coolers at work and showing that they're replaceable, that they weren't adding value to the company.
Yeah, the leeches.
Loopholes.
And he showed that 75% of the workforce that he had wasn't needed. and he made the accent, which we're talking into right now as one of our platform, free speech for the most part,
Have allowed Jeff Bezos to pay an effective tax rate lower than a Boston public school.
Those tax rates were already in place. You guys are the ones who didn't want to change it. I do remember President Trump saying, "You won't change the taxes because it'll affect your own donors." Remember that?
Wow.
And that was to Hillary Clinton and Obama during the first debate.
Teacher. And we are left with a country where a handful of billionaires at the top pop champagne in their $300 million yachts, while working people take on even more shifts to try to pay off their.
And that's just it. And
no, it's called extraction. See, there was a time where we were producing, and then we shifted to extracting like thieves.
Student loan debt. The top 1% of U.S. earners now have more wealth than the entire middle class. We need to overhaul our tax code. We need a wealth tax. And it's about time that corporations paid their fair share.
Bullshit.
What? The corporations pay more than their fair share.
Yeah. No. What you're saying is a tax that is unachievable. It's bullshit, and it's theft because you're not even using the tax money that we're already sending effectively. You are effectively stealing our money. It's called fraud.
And this tax, so to speak.
Yeah.
You just have to look to California, Portland, or New York.
Yeah.
And realize very quickly, oh, you're taxing me? Oh well, I'm out of here. Exit stage left.
Yeah.
Heading towards Florida. Heading towards
Texas. heading towards South Carolina,
Yeah.
Georgia, Alabama. And most people don't want to go to Alabama. Mississippi has a better education system than you guys. Mississippi. Not to disparage Mississippi, but they've been historically
We love Mississippi.
One of the lowest, brackets in education. They're usually like 49 and stuff, and now Mississippi is like mid 20s right now.
Well, like I said, we love Mississippi.
Exactly.
2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi.
The one seat went for $1 million. They sold a courtside seat for $1 million. And by the way, I thought this was so interesting. Trump, only like 2 weeks ago, was talking about, he sounded almost exactly like what I've said about sports and the way it has migrated to streaming. You have to buy all these streaming channels. You have to hunt for the game. Costs you a lot of money. They work worse. He said there's something very sad when they take football away from many, many people. Very sad. I don't like it. He said, they're making a lot of money. They could make a little bit less. You got people who live for Sunday, and then all of a sudden they're going to have to pay $1,000 a game. Exactly. The one seat went for $1 million.
See? So It wasn't far off when, when I told you, was it 2 years ago that a Taylor Swift seat went for $49,000?
No, I think it was like
$95,000, excuse me. Such a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me pause this.
Okay,
so,
that's it. That's as far as we're going to go with the video.
Yeah. No, I'm just going to read.
Yeah.
So 21-year-old dies after workers forgot to attach the safety rope and pushed her off a 40-meter bridge in Sao Paulo.
No, tossed her.
That I'm just reading what they're saying, but okay, yeah, but no. If you watch the video, which I don't recommend you watching the video, they tossed her off the bridge. See this rope right here? That should have been attached here. See what's happening? No rope attached. You can draw your conclusions.
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the workers, they're on the run.
No, they got captured.
Oh, they got captured? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
They got arrested, 6 of them.
Wow.
So basically there's 2 clips of them. This is the first clip where you see it from this angle, right?
Yeah.
And then there's another clip where you see it from the other angle where you see her fall to the ground.
Oh, they have the splat angle?
Yes.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. I'm just, give me a sec.
No, George, don't.
Let's see. Splats. No, I can't. Damn it.
Yeah.
All right. And what's next?
Current Town Walk-in. C.V. Payne is a truth teller. It doesn't take a PhD to predict what happens when the government unconstitutionally steps in a market. It's no longer a market. It becomes a monopoly, a bureaucratic monopoly. And there's only one outcome ever recorded for bureaucratic monopolies. The problem is the government took over the media 100 years ago. So 1926. Yeah, CBS opened around that time. So they will not inform the citizens of what they, in fact, are doing. They will gaslight you. Charles is an exception. Be sure to research why the Fabian Society was laser focused on taking over the education system and infiltrating all universities and credentialing process. It's all related. Maze. This clip of Charles Payne's during Obama's second term is really incredible. Well done, Charles. So let's watch.
I want you to take a look at what's actually looming. Of the $1.3 trillion in student loan debt outstanding, we are on the hook for $800 billion. When President Obama came into office, it was less than $100 billion. By the way, everyone's going to be involved. Remember, the president launched the student loan program. It's working for him, not working for us. And this whole thing in my mind is just a bald-faced attempt to buy votes, even at the expense of a lot of people who didn't go to college. You didn't go to college, so what? If you're paying taxes, you're on the hook too. I guess it's the definition of fair. Now, here's the key, and I think this is what we're going to look back on now that we've opened Pandora's box. Remember, they're developing a process Now, there's no doubt this is going to be the mechanism that's used to forgive non-for-profit loans, schools, even Ivy League schools. That's going to be the key, and it will be used, and it will win elections. All right, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, this was 2010. So it was President Otto Penn who did it, Hey, here's COVID. I'm going to make free forgiveness for students because Trump will make you pay back all that money. I pooped myself. Valerie Ann Smith. Thousands of injured women are suing Pfizer. Pfizer birth control injection Depo-Provera caused brain tumors in over 13,000 women. A gigantic study of 61 million women found that the Depo-Provera increases risk of meningeal by 240%. Popular
smokes.
Yeah, popular birth control is linked to brain tumors in new studies. As over 1,000 women sue Pfizer over health risk.
Robin Phillip has been through 2 surgeries and months of radiation, all due to a tumor she now believes was caused by her birth control injections.
If I would have knew from the get-go, I would have never took that shot.
Depo-Provera,
remember, NBC,
is a progestin shot injected every 3 months. 1 in 4 women in the United States use it, with black women taking the shot at nearly double the national rate. Phillip took it for nearly 30 years. Multiple studies have found a potential link between Depo and meningioma, including one that found women who took the drug for more than a year had 5 times the risk of developing the tumor. Phillip is now one of more than 1,000 women suing Pfizer, the maker of Depo-Provera, alleging the company chose to ignore relevant safety concerns and deliberately not study the long-term safety of Depo.
Yeah, they are. It's you guys. You're the clinical trial.
Yeah.
So they thank you for your service and paying them for the privilege.
These women all have meningiomas. Many have surgery. Some have radiation. And they've all had their lives greatly impacted.
The European Union added a warning label for meningioma to the drug in 2024. Canada has listed it as an adverse reaction since 2006.
See?
No
Canada
such warning exists.
Yeah, but you know which one is popular? Which population? 41% of black women are taking these drugs. So almost half of this is just concentrating black population, George.
Wow.
Exists in the United States. In a motion seeking dismissal of the case, Pfizer says it became aware of the risks of meningiomas in 2023.
Canada found out in 2006. And Pfizer recently discovered it about 17 years later.
Yep.
And made an application to the FDA to change the drug's warning label.
Too little, too late. I see. Oh, wait, you have an adverse effect. You only have a year to claim the pot of gold. Oh wait, it's been longer than a year. I'm sorry, you're not eligible anymore. Man. Blind Golfer, everyone would have more money if the government taxes were limited to 1% of the GDP, not 17%. Even better, you get rid of the income tax, the Social Security tax, every tax except for the sales tax, which is the consumption tax, which they were originally put into the Constitution as one of the mechanisms of doing that. Also tariffs. So between tariffs and consumption tax, that should only be the only taxes, because otherwise, we have more money. And you know what? And the payroll tax would go bye-bye, and that means more money from the company to expand and make more jobs. And that's more money in your pocket because you're not paying what is it? The Medicare tax, the Social Security tax, the payroll tax, the retirement tax, the Medicare, the medication tax for your health care, and also your income tax. That's your paycheck. So that's like almost half of your paycheck there, right there. Unless you're in Canada, then it's 95% of your paycheck.
Huh.
So we're a little better in that regard. Andrew Covett. Mark Elias is yet again suing the Trump administration over the widely unconstitutional action taken within election security. What are those actions, one might ask? Access to every state complete voter files. If the states don't pre-clear with them who it is they want to send mail-in ballots to, only register U.S. citizens, for example, then the Post Service won't send the ballots to them. Why wouldn't state feel confidence in their voter files? If you don't see the scheme by now, you're not paying attention. Yeah, this is a guy who was going around in 2020 or before 2019, setting up to 2020, and then again in 2022. About that, he's the guy who said, "Hey, let's change the laws." Yay! And nobody say anything, and Biden won. Woohoo! George?
It's just a bunch of talking heads. They think they're experts, but they're a bunch of idiots.
No. This one's an expert because he actually manipulated the election for 2020.
Oh, okay.
He's the architect of the DNC and Biden campaign. It was also part of Hillary's campaign.
Oh, he's a smart, evil guy.
Exactly.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's why he's Mark Elias. We actually read him like a lot. I'm surprised you told him to say, "Hey, I actually have a name to the face." Because we read it a lot in the Mueller report, and we also read it a lot in the Durham report. Oh, and we still have to read the Horowitz report.
Yeah.
That reminds me. I'll break you. Republican Annie Oles. President Trump is considering ending the D.C. home rules and refederalizing the District of Columbia as written in the Constitution. Mike Lee and I have a bill that will do just that. Trump wants to return the constitutional government, and I stand ready to support him. Pass the Balster Act. Maybe we can take back Washington and run it on a federal basis. That should have been from the get-go. Why wasn't it from the get-go? Oh, right, because it was a capture capital. To run it by the constitutional government means it's an actual sovereign capital. But running it with a mayor and all that, that's a capture capital, George.
Wow.
John Solomon, Trump issued proclamation declaring tomorrow, June 14, as Flag Day, so be sure if you have flags and you're celebrating to have flags out tomorrow.
Cool.
Yep. New York Post, Ohio police chief arrested in Florida after grand jury hands down a 70-count child and sex indictment. So he came all the way to Florida to have sex with kids because he couldn't do it in his own state.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So an Ohio police chief is facing the possibility of spending the rest of his life behind bars after being slapped with a 70-count indictment for alleged sex crime involving a child.
Holy smokes!
Yeah,
I mean, he works for the law. Doesn't he know the law?
Well, apparently not in Florida because the Claremont County grand jury indicted the Manchester, Ohio resident on 56 counts of sexual battery, with 14 counts of unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, all third-degree felonies. If convicted of all charges, he faces a maximum penalty of 280 years in prison. The alleged allegations stem from the offenses that the authority claims occurred between 2005 and 2010, while he was in instructions at the Young Marines and a teacher at the Scarlet Oaks Career Campus in Sheriffville, Ohio. Huh. Tis. Well, right now it's just an indictment. Doesn't mean he's actually guilty. He'll have his day in court to prove his innocence, or the prosecutor to prove his guilt. Derek Evans. Sarah Sanders being all over this case, and she's just confirmed Donna has been fired. Communication. Hello. The Texas Department of Criminal Justice hold all employees to the highest standards of professionalism. The TDCJ employment carries significant public trust and requires decision free from personal bias. Following the review of a recent public statement by an individual identified as a TDCJ parole supervisor, her employment has been terminated. These statements are incompatible with the TDCJ policy and values. They demonstrate a bias and a lack of impartiality essential to the fair administration of justice of Texas. Discriminatory or inflammatory conduct that erodes the public confidence in criminal justice system will not be tolerant. And this is a response to, wow, this person worked for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
January 6th, okay? When you are in that environment, you are literally at the mercy of the correctional officers, parole supervisor, whoever, all those people, you are at their mercy. For this person to come out and be this blatantly racist and disgusting, and then the state of Texas is putting her in position of power over top of people.
Okay, so Donna Murray Robinson. Howard, you're exactly right. I'm a parole supervisor at Texas DCJ, or I guess Delinquents Center, Detention Center, Juvenile. Camilo will be okay. I can almost assure you he will be protected on the inside. I, for one, don't give an F about the family's loss. It's about time these effing bigots feel the pain they have inflicted on other people. Oh, wow. Yeah, she got fired. Stupid. These people are stupid. It's like what you keep saying. It's like, hey, you made the perfect crime, but then you brag as how you did it and posted, back then Facebook, now TikTok, and now, wherever the social media is you feel comfortable with. Stupid. George?
Yep.
All right. CNN is back to Food Nation as they talk about stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Listening to liberals count and spend Elon's money for him. This envy, jealousy, hatred of success, why is it immoral? Why is it wrong for somebody in our system, our capitalist system, in the greatest nation on earth, to go out and build a company, build companies, build technologies, go into space, aim to go put a colony on Mars, give internet to half the world, all the things he's doing? Why is any of this wrong or bad? Why would we want to discourage entrepreneurship? Why would we want to discourage anybody building anything? That is the nature of it.
That's a fair question, because Elon Musk...
See?
Yep. You know what? I speculate the next time they get an upgrade to their studio, it will be in the room closet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's going to be BET.
Because Musk has also, he's getting super rich, but a lot of other people are getting rich too. At SpaceX, people who are associated
that's the wrong frame. And I think that Scott Jennings is wrong, and let me tell you why. Because they're liberals, the liberals that you are lambasting right now, no one is saying, and I'm not saying, I can't say no one, but I'm not saying that I'm mad at him for being innovative enough to create an IPO that creates wealth for him or many others. What I am saying, however, is that there has to be some nature of altruism. Being an American, right? I mean, reading the Statue of Liberty.
Fuck you.
Like,
Hang
there
up.
is a certain level of give me.
Okay.
He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand what he's saying.
Okay.
He has nothing to say.
Yeah. He's just talking for the sake of it.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's put it in context, okay?
All right.
Okay, so
you know,
what do we know?
Beautiful. Look at how the audience are looking.
Yeah, they're all depressed.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So let's. What do we know about Elon Musk? Right? He says, "Well, the future's going to be awesome. We're going to have robots and AI and all that stuff." You know, how it's like you're not going to be working anymore, right?
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And people are going like, so how are we going to make money? You know, so you're just going to get a check like every so often, right? Something like that. You know, you get it from the government, whatever, right? So the guy that's advocating no capitalistic income for the people just put out an IPO for capitalism from the people. You can't get any more ironic. You know, the future is bright. We won't need money. Blah, 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 blah.
You won't need to work. You know, you'll have robots doing production.
Yeah. All that stuff, right? But to get there, I need a shitload of money.
I need to steal from the richest guy, the official richest guy on the planet. It's stupid. They're stupid.
Oh my gosh! I just when I saw that, I go like, the very guy that's saying you don't need money, everything's going to be handed to you. You're just going to be Star Trek for this and Star Trek for that, you know. And it's like gold press platinum, blah blah blah. It's like, wait a minute. For you to get to this utopia, you need a shitload of money.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Stupid is as stupid does. All right. So this guy, who's called the Spider-Man of Yemen, died after falling inside a volcano crater. Excuse me.
Wait, it was a live volcano?
You know, I don't know. It's a volcano crater. Whee! And he's gone.
Wow.
Kunal, at this rate, Elon Musk is making Tony Stark look underfunded. Yeah, remember Iron Man 2? He cameo in there.
Yeah. Hey, I love your Merlin engines. Hey, electronic jets. And then
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, which is kind of funny. You know what? We need to get Elon to make an Iron Man suit. You know.
I think he's working on it. They're just not talking about it.
Come on. Yeah, he's like, it's called X suit, and it'll be upgraded to E suit, followed by S suit.
You know, once they perfect the Optimus robot, it won't take much to build it out as an exosuit.
Yeah.
At that point, you're Iron Man.
Yeah. You know. Peace in our day, as one would say.
Yep.
Terrence K. Williams, you know what I've been thinking about? There are far more racist people in this country than I ever realized. I've been blown away watching people celebrate the death of a white teenage boy simply because the person who killed him was black. This teenager was not on drug. He was not a troublemaker. He never committed a crime. He played sports, made good grades, respected his parents, and was loved by so many people. Yet some people have found joy in its death because they care more about race than right and wrong. This is injustice. This is racism, hatred, and pure evil. A teenage boy lost his life, and anyone celebrating that should be a shame. Here's the problem, Terrence. They're not in shame because they've forgotten the capacity to feel shame. They have no capacity.
Wow.
They lost the capacity to feel shame. Because if they felt shame, then they would not be doing it.
Oh no.
Yeah. George?
Yep.
Any comments?
Nah. It's as simple as it gets.
Simple as it gets. Okay.
Well, what do you want me to say? I mean, it's all right there,
right.
in front of you.
Right in front of us. All right. From Wall Street Apes, Americans are being offered massive amount of money for their land from data centers. This man was offered $10 million. The data center were specifically looking for land with underground water so they can buy it and secure the water rights before the building begins. Of course, when they start pumping massive amount of water, everyone else nearby the area typically start having issues or their well runs dry. Gee, isn't that something?
Yeah, and what do we know about data centers?
They don't need
water.
Yeah, so why are they trying to get a hold of the water?
Yeah, it's something. There's something going on. There's something going on because existing data centers that have been around for decades have not used water, and they're being very successful.
Mm-hmm. So, interesting. Watch the waters, George. Watch the water. Colonel Tom Watkins, what Ed is revealing here is true of every trade association for professional. They were created for this purpose, control. They didn't just suddenly turn political. They stealthily manipulate who were able to have what done, shaping the environment. The only way anyone would have noticed is step over a line they've drawn. This was written about in the late 1800s on how a group of people wanted to eliminate all sovereignty, install socialism or communism in every inch of population, control everything and everyone. In order to do that, they set out to infiltrate or create organizations to implement control. They were all professional. They couldn't afford to have their own peers call them out, so they started there in the university system. By the 1920s, they were already getting their disciple elected presidents of the U.S. It is critical that everyone understand the Fabian Society. This is a response to Ed Livingston. So why am I lashing out at the AMA, an organization I was a proud member of and worked very hard when I was at the JAMA? X World will learn as I release document regarding my litigation against them for firing me for what been determined by appropriate agency as a civil right violation. You can use your imagination what that means in the context of they're being all in with DEI at the time. Claim that I denied the existence of racism in medicine, the exact opposite of what I said in the podcast AMA edited and published after review by my supervisor. I had no control of the process, and the court agreed with my claim of libel and defamation, a decision that the AMA appealed and lost an unanimous decision. Along the way, the court described that the AMA is disingenuous and the organization holds itself as representing American physicians to policymakers should not engage in libel, and if they do, they should be disqualified from representing us. So what are we learning? Hey, this is a method of control because, you have to do what we said. Blind Golf Girl, I thought Florida gave death penalty to those predators. Hey, we only enacted it, just recently, and we're getting through it, 46 natural deaths, has been signed, but still a little paperwork.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. George?
Yep.
All right. So, jumping back. to Elon Musk. Cynical publicist. Elon Musk is a trillionaire. As a securities law attorney, please allow me to explain how anyone who says this is basically lying to you. The Security and Exchange Commission has a myriad of laws that prevent founders and other large stockholders of publicly traded company from dumping their shares. There are substantial holding period requirement and volumes of sale limitation and public recording obligation for stock sales. Basically, Elon holds largely illiquid shares. He's a trillionaire only on paper. The best analogy is when people peg your net worth based on your home market value price. That is not money in your pockets, that's the house you live in. So that's the company. All the money raised in the IPO, that's not going into Elon's pocket like lying socially idiots want to believe. It's a capital influx that will be used to make more rockets, get more payloads into orbit. It's a capital investment that keeps the money like a business loan. It's not your money to keep, it's your money to grow the business. If it were legal for Elon to dump his share, the price share would crash basically instantly, and the company would very likely fail. So if you bought a SpaceX share in the IPO, congratulations. You just bought a lottery ticket just like Elon Musk. May the odd ever be in your favor. So the next time someone screeches about how unfair it is that Elon Musk create wealth that benefits all humanity, throw the truth back in their face. So, yeah, so when you're hearing Democrats or anybody say, hey, we need to share and blah, 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 you basically can say, yeah, you're saying to dismantle the company because the company is worth that amount, not Elon itself.
Yep.
The 10 Commandments condemns 9 action and only 1 emotion. Envy because it's poison, lives envy, Elon. Yes. But they're also godless for the most part.
Yep.
By their own words.
Yep.
Or they believe in nothing, in the nothingness. And what was the other thing? Poof. Grand planners for Senate. We received $9.6 million from 265,000 small donors' donations. Susan Collins received $9.8 million from 79 billionaires.
What fresh hell is this?
Apple to oranges,
Yeah, pretty much. Much. Okay. Whew. That was a good one.
Okay. Oh, okay, so here's the information. I'm not going to post it because the video will start playing. The death of the adventurous man, the Yemen Spider-Man, died after falling yesterday into hot phoresic water inside the crater of an active volcano in the
jeez. Oh, what an idiot.
Yeah.
It's like that kid in China who decides to do, pull-ups on the side of a building, and then he got tired.
Yeah.
That was just dumb.
Yeah, and he fell.
Darwinism. Oh. Just makes me sad, man. These dumb people, they're just taking their lives just because they're just stupid. When they could have been, putting on a suit of armor, a shield, a sword, and fighting in the gladiator fights.
Yeah.
Gosh. All right, what's this?
Later report, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. reportedly has enough evidence to convince any jury in America beyond a reasonable doubt that the CIA killed his uncle JFK. Yeah, when he actually does that and prove it, then I'll believe it.
Yeah, sure.
Colonel Talon Watkins, evidently, there are thousands of adult effing kids all over the U.S. Tens of thousands of kids are being rescued, and the media and politician keep screaming about Epstein and the women who claims to be victims that were trafficking their friends to Epstein. This is pure evil. There's a response to Melissa. 5 Indian national ran a horrific human sex trafficking ring in Nebraska. Authority rescued 27 victims, including 10 children under the age of 12 from cockroach-infested motel and eyebrow salons. The victim endured sex trafficking, exploitation, and squatter. The names of the victims are right here that I'm not going to pronounce because, they're long and Indian. They've been charged with conspiracy to engage in labor and sex trafficking. Well, what's happening is that you got to debrief these kids and get information so you can prosecute it. And they got to remember all the Johns, or Janes that came over and used them.
Wow.
So it's probably what's happening right now, which is why they can't say anything. Brian, the Philippines faces an existential threat, known as the Chinese expansionism in South China Sea, but the fact that the Philippines is literally occupied by U.S. troops who are forcing the country to divert national resources from development to a proxy war into turning the Philippines into a Ukraine of the Southeast Asia against China, the Philippines' largest trading partner. If the people of the Philippines do not reverse U.S. occupation and oust the U.S. Klein regime in power now, they will suffer a fate at least as bad as Ukraine. They're already suffering decades-spanning poverty because of their status as a proxy serving U.S. interests at the expense of the Philippines' actual interests. Well, is it true? Is it false? Who's to say? We just look at patterns, George. Just patterns.
Yep.
Yep.
You
draw your own conclusions.
Or pattern.
Or patterns. But don't jump to conclusions.
No.
I say
always have a bungee rope attached to you.
Exactly. That's why I say draw.
Yeah.
Your conclusions.
Yes.
Elon Musk, don't want it. Either stuff this creepy spyware or all Apple devices will be banned from the premises of my companies.
Wait, what?
Tim Cook is powerful, is personal, powerful, and private, and it's integrated into your apps that you rely on every day. Introducing Apple Intelligence, our next chapter in AI.
Wait, hold a sec. It's personal, private, powerful, and private?
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit. All right, continue.
Elon Musk says, don't want it. Either stuff this creepy spyware or all Apple devices will be banned from the premises of my companies.
Yeah, that's going to be a humdinger of a move. Let's see. Hold a sec. Give me a sec. Let me grok this.
Yeah. How many companies does Elon have? How many employees has estimating how many Apple device would be banned if Elon goes through with it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a substantial device.
All right, let's see. Hey, G. How many employees? Employees.
Dreamcast.
Does Elon have across all his companies?
Wow.
Question mark. All right. So, thinking about the request, searching the web, SpaceX. He's going through a lot of Wikipedia. Oh my gosh, he's roughly. Okay, do you want to play a little game of high and low?
All right.
Okay, give me your best guess
of how many devices.
No, how many employees?
I want to say 35,000.
Okay, you were close. 160 to 180,000.
Okay.
Across Tesla, SpaceX, XAI, Neuralink, and Boring Company.
All right.
Tesla 134,000, SpaceX 22,000, X about 3,000, XAI about 1,200 to 5,000.
Okay.
Neuralink about 500 to 700, and Boring Company about 600 to 700.
Okay.
So these are direct employees, not accounting for contractors, suppliers, and indirect jobs. Numbers fluctuate with hiring waves, layoffs, blah 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 blah.
Right.
If you want a deeper dive, nope.
No.
So basically,
no. How many? Estimate how many the percentage of Apple devices is used by Elon's company.
Well, if it's one Apple device per machine or per person, or you can average it out to maybe 2 Apple devices per a phone and a laptop.
Okay.
So that would be about 250,000 devices.
Yeah. So quarter of a million. If he bans that, that's 250,000 products that won't be sold or be returned or be given away.
Do you know what 250,000 is for Apple? Let's ask this: how many users or how many people have Apple devices? Question mark. Okay, ready for this?
Go ahead.
About 2.5 billion.
Right.
So 500,000 is hardly a blip in Apple.
Right.
So I don't think they're going to give a shit.
I don't know. He does have trillionaire next to his title.
Yeah, and he does speak the truth because he is.
So this could sway people from like, wait, there's spywares on my Apple device.
What?
And then they're gonna be calling Apple or looking the forums and saying, "Hey, Elon Musk says there's creepy spywares on all Apple devices. How do we get rid of it?" And then they'll start say, "Well, you have to they'll grok it or GPT or actually use Apple's and they'll all come to the same direction and say, oh, you have to call customer service and tell them." And then customer service is going to be on the phone with billions of people saying, hey, get rid of this.
Wow.
You see the cascading effect?
I see it now.
Because remember, if you're not a billionaire, people won't listen to you. I can't imagine what what the power of a trillionaire will be.
The power of trillionaire compels you. The power of the trillionaire compels you.
Exactly.
Splash some coconut water. The power of the trillionaire compels you.
Yep.
Oh, geez. What's this? Oh, talk to me.
Viejas. El Famicom.
Oh, where is this place?
Yeah, so
it's probably what, the Philippines or something like that?
No, this is Osaka, Japan. Dreamcast.
Oh, look at that.
The old joysticks. Sega Genesis, the original box over here, original games. PS1, PS2. Game Boy colors.
Oh, fucking beautiful.
Original Game Boys. You didn't let me see, you had N64 games, Super Nintendo games.
Oh gosh.
VHS, this is like walking the past. Nintendo 64, GameCube, PlayStation 1, Game Boys, Xbox 360. It's called Super Potatoes, and they have all the games.
Absolutely beautiful.
And all consoles, original Famicom, all the games. So something to look positive to,
If I knew now, then
Mm-hmm.
every time they came out with a game system,
Mm-hmm.
I just buy like about 1,000 units each and just put them away in a dust-free environment. Just let it sit there and ride.
And then sell it off as an investment.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Wow, it's just looking at that was just freaking awesome. It's like the Blockbuster, videos. You know what I really liked about Blockbuster is you go there and you're hunting. It's like going into a comic book store or a comic book convention. You're hunting for that particular issue, comic book or that particular video.
You're proactive in your entertainment search.
Exactly, and it's that much and it's that much more enjoyable when you get home. You pop it into the machine and you sit back and you realize you have to rewind it because the dumbass previously didn't rewind it.
Yeah,
it finally rewinds and you have your popcorn ready. You realize that the tape is so scratched up you barely see the video because it's been viewed by many people before you.
Yeah,
but you know what? You still punch through and you squint and suffer and you still watch that movie.
Mm-hmm.
The good old days.
Yeah.
Okay, what's this?
Kirk, Mark Harmon claims he didn't say what he said. To be clear, if you look at the speech, I never advocated that all of a sudden there's going to be a band of middle powers, M20 or something like that. I argue that the middle power must act together because we're not at the table and we're on the menu. In a world of greater power rivalries, countries in between have a choice: compete with each other for favor or to combine to create a third path with impact.
Sure. I don't know how to feel about this.
It's just saying spaghetti words with more spaghettis.
Oh, I like spaghetti.
All right, Michael. Barack Obama personally ordered the Mar-a-Lago raid. So
what?
Let's hear this.
I'm going to try to get out as much of this information and get it declassified as possible.
So you believe that they raided Mar-a-Lago because they were looking for this? They were looking for the intelligence community assessment, your report on Russia's influence campaign targeting the 2016 presidential election. That's why they raided Mar-a-Lago?
I believe it had to be one of the things that they were looking for. Because, look, that report is pretty damning if people take the time to read it. It's 45 pages. It's spent... we had a dedicated team that spent nearly 2 years down at the CIA looking through this. It was blocked from getting out. And the reason that report is so important, right? That's, let's just dumb it down.
Oh, yeah. Let's go hunt that paper and read it and show, what we already talked about. But this is for people saying, what? We got to read it and find out. What? They actually did this. What?
What?
What? All right, Wall Street Apes. American water heater repairman says he noticed that the average new water heater lasts only about 7 to 10 years and then they must be replaced. But when you come across old ones like this one from 1956, they last forever. This is because a business model called planned obsolescency, and it's a business strategy companies now use to engineer producers to fail after a certain amount of time. This way, you have to keep buying the same product over and over again. This is a scam. Yeah, it's design failure. We talked about this. This is why, it's like, well, back in my day, it lasts 100 years. Back in your day, nobody had a washer or any of these, so they had to show that this was actually a good product. Now everybody has it. It's saturated, so how do you do it? You build it on a subscription. Your subscription is like about 7 to 10 years. That's why they fall apart. And then they say, hey, it might fall apart even faster, but if you give us another $500, then we'll repair it because we know it's going to fail, but it's going to be easy for us, but you're going to pay $500 anyways.
Or
go ahead.
It's a water heater?
Water heater, refrigerator, whatever appliance.
Okay. Or you just build yourself a ditch and put all your stuff in the ditch. It'll be cold. You get a pot of boiling water. Sorry, a pot of metal that holds water, and you put a fire underneath it, and you get your hot water. And then for heat during winter, you make sure the mother-in-law comes over. And when her bitching and complaining will be a lot of hot gas, you'll be able to capitalize on that.
All right.
There you go. It's so simple.
It's all simple.
Yep.
All right. President Trump just dropped his post from Pakistan that a deal is possibly 24 hours away from being finalized with Iran. Electronic signing of the peace deal. 47 is doing it. Okay. We'll know tomorrow if it actually occurs.
Now, here's the crazy thing. So, say the peace deal happens. Will the price of oil and all that stuff come down?
No, because a false flag will immediately happen.
Ooh, ballsy statement there, sir.
Speaking of, Hillary Clinton, a little preview of Independence Day. A worker removes a letter from President Donald Trump from the wall of JFK's Kennedy Center for Performing Arts in Washington. Saturday, June 13, 2026. You know what kind of struck me, George? Why does this look like the Israel flag by chance?
Because you're squinting too hard.
I got bad eyesight.
All right, so there you go.
All right. Alternative news. German tour guide is using a German flag in Germany to guide his group. 5 police officers stops him. States that the flag's offensive to those who are not identifying with Germany. What the F? Yes, paper please. We are globalists. We are global police that are stationed in Germany. We are not Germans.
Yeah, those are not German police. Those are hired cops from another country.
Exactly. Colonel Talon Watkins, another U.S.-linked biolab was found in liberated Rubinoy. The farm biotest laboratory was found in a building in the city polyclinic. It turns out they tested medicine on local residents under the guise of safe research.
Holy shit.
It became clear that the company was conducting research was interested in patients with cardiovascular disease, coronavirus, and children with congenital abnormalities. The medical staff took screenings from newborn infants. American medical documentation was found in the building as well. All evidence points to the fact that the tests of subspecies of bioweapons were being conducted in Rubin Zoni under the guise of legal research. Yeah, this is
fuck.
Yeah, this is part of the 120 biolabs that DNI Tulsi was talking about.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Concerned citizen, store-bought salads being doused in the same chemical used to clean your toilet won't surprise anyone. Just about every type of food production has been corrupted in favor of profit. Yeah, chlorine-filled salads.
Yes.
Tasty.
Tasty.
Yes. I mean, it's going to the toilet. Might as well clean your guts and the toilet.
Yep, just like a big scrubbing brush.
Exactly. Eric, Epic. Secretary Mark Rubio spotted at the World Cup meeting at Paraguay, right-wing president. U.S. went on to win handily 4-1. Mark was representing us with pride. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Colonel Talon Watkins again. Tony Blair, the Fabian. Perry to Jeff. UK was over 95% white until the 90s. That is until a Jewish woman called Barbara Roach became Minister of State for Asylum and Immigration under Tony Blair and opened the gates of hell on unsuspecting British population. I wonder how many British citizens know this. Not a lot, because, there's a lot of people saying Tony Blair was the best thing since sliced bread. Rapid Response 47 reposting Trump's Truth Social. Barack Hussein Obama's deal with Iran, the JCPOA, was an easy, beautiful, smooth road to a nuclear weapon, which Iran would have had 6 years ago. It would have been long used before now. My agreement with Iran is the exact opposite, a wall to no nuclear weapons. In fact, they no longer want a nuclear weapon, nor they will have one either through purchase, development, or any other form of procurement. The deal is scheduled to be signed tomorrow. Immediately after signed, the Hormuz Strait is open to all. Our relationship with Iran is much different and better one than the previous administration had. Unlike Obama's hundreds of billions of dollars in payment to them, including us $1.7 billion in green cold cash, no money will exchange hands. At the appropriate time, when all is calm, we'll go in, get the nuclear dust buried deep under the powerful sunken granite mountains, thanks to our beautiful B-2 bombers and the brilliant pilots, down bend and destroy it, whether in Iran or the United States. It'll probably be the United States because we want to show the evidence that this came from Montana and then stick it to Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama for treason. Let's see. We look forward to working with Iran and the entire Middle East long into the future. Hopefully this process will work out quickly, easily, and smoothly. If it doesn't, we have the ultimate alternative, hopefully never have to be used again. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump.
Billionaire.
Okay. Next up. Mario, CIA once translated a Soviet article claiming human can project energy fields. One could say that the brain, even the entire body, is nothing more than a liquid crystal. It wasn't a CIA theory. It was the document was from a 1978 CIA translation of a Soviet magazine article by researcher V. Zaregi. Yet it still ended up in the Stargate files, where the CIA spent years and millions exploring remote viewing, psychic spying, and other mind-bending claims. Believe it or not, the program ran for nearly 2 decades. Yes, there was a lot of books and science fiction books and horror books about this program. There was actually a movie with George Clooney about said program.
Good old the Clooney Meister.
I mean, everybody knows Clooney's a CIA operative, so it's not beyond the realm.
But none of that will be remembered in the future. What we will remember in the future from this week is what happened in the stock market today. SpaceX, are you familiar? Yes, the company, one of Elon Musk's companies, went initial public offering. You can buy stock in it now. Biggest one ever, and Elon is now a trillionaire. Now, I give Elon his props. He has created amazing things. Yes, SpaceX is amazing. So is Tesla, Neuralink, Starlink. Elon owns a company that can rewire your brain. It's called Twitter.
No longer. It's called X. Except dead name mean X.
Oh, no.
But a trillionaire. I mean, now, Elon says he will use his wealth to get to Mars because he believes one thing above all: if you have to leave Earth to avoid California taxes, you do what you have to do.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yep, that's true.
He'll be into international waters. UFC Europe, the stage is set. UFC White House is just 2 days away, presented by Crypto.com and Rams Truck. It's a reality, George.
Yeah. Yep.
American AF, you're telling me that the Biden administration really sent this to $185 billion? Zelensky owe us a lot of money.
Юлий. География. Где находится вершина, на которой предревние инки?
I got nothing, honestly.
That's the current president of Ukraine.
Yeah, I know.
This meme doesn't never get old. Wall Street memes. I heard you're a trillionaire now. I'm buying Amazon next, brah. Add to cart. Well, people are discovering the beauty and charm of Buc-ee's.
What?
Yeah, this is from Dr. C. V.
We're trying Buc-ee's. Has everyone tried it? So we're going in.
European ladies, FYI.
Jenna's going to have to show us what the goal is. Oh, it smells delicious. Full grocery store. I'm so overstimulated. There's so many people in here. A basket. She's a tourist. Candy. I'm gonna get some mango slices. We're on a road trip, by the way, to our teammates' wedding. Treaties. Fudge. This is what everyone gets when they come here. Cool. Salted caramel ice cream sandwich. It's like candied nut. Yum. They're warm.
Fucking bitches, man. I want to go to Buc-ee's now.
Oh, it smells delicious.
Right behind me is the world's biggest gas station. Only America can make a gas station an attraction that everybody wants to come and see.
I'm not sure what we're going to expect in here, but let's go see what we can find.
Guys, I wasn't expecting this. It's like its own universe, and we've already gone in on the food.
Oh, it looks so good.
I couldn't help myself. And the guys behind the counter, like, they do a sing-song.
They even have beef jerky here. How much do you think this is coming to?
$70. Look at that truck. Oh.
That truck's insane.
Does that mean something else? Okay, so Gavin needs him a hat to protect this little bald head of his. So I think that Justin looks pretty good. It might be a hair
too big,
but it'll work unless I can find the right one. Oh, there you go.
Snug as a bug in a rug.
Now we also had to get him something a little bit more American, so we got him a camo Jeep shirt. Now we're about to take you to get the best beef jerky.
Holy fuck!
Korean barbecue. And the size of the fountain drink cup. Let's go.
That is mental. I can't believe all this is in one petrol station.
Massive. It's absolutely massive.
I love it. I feel like I'm flying home.
Now you can bypass the bread if you want.
They have good. It's not the best brisket you can find.
That is very good for a petrol station.
Yeah. Okay, so your trip to Buc-ee's. Where do you rate this on petrol station?
It's got to be a high number in terms of what you can get. I got a small child's drink. That'll keep me going for the next 2 days.
America. Where's the mascot? Sliced brisket, beaver chips, America. And it's like a whole store. The whole food. And then it's like a whole store section. It's like regular stuff, and then jerky, that's really good. And then it gets to Circle K stuff. So you can get boutique things, and then also Buc-ee's regular stuff. And then they have a whole snack section. You can get salads and sandwiches.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely hit.
It's here.
Ik ben bij Buc-ee's, het grootste tankstation van de hele wereld. En mijn vorige video van Buc-ee's heeft de Amerikanen bereikt. Ze denken dat ik toerist ben in de VS voor het WK. Ik ga heel enthousiast praten over het Buc-ee's. Moet je kijken, man. Wat een gigantische winkel. En allemaal vers eten. En met deze zin wil ik ze echt helemaal binnenhaken. Amerika. Nou, hier heb ik hem dan. De brisket sandwich, die ik al veel vaker gegeten heb. Ik vind het zo grappig dat Amerikanen dus denken dat ik een toerist ben hier voor het WK. Dit is wel echt...
I have no idea what he said, but sure.
He says, I'm taking a bite of the brisket sandwich. That was probably the American right there.
Oh, and by the way, if Tim Cook doesn't listen to Elon,
yeah,
Elon's going to build his own phone.
Of course he is. The everything phone, X. Wu-Tan is for the children. Is this real? Or are they seriously doing this shit at the White House right now? Yes, they are.
Evil Knievel and his family.
Exactly. Hello.
Wait, are they going to be jumping while the wrestling's happening?
I think this is a pre-show right now to the wrestling or the fighting. Ultimate Fighter. Okay, more reactions.
I'm an American, baby, and apparently Walmart is a spot to go to get all this stuff that you can't get back home in Ireland. So let's head in and see what you can find. Reese's with Oreos? You're coming home with me, baby. Dr. Pepper is good and nice. Close your eyes. Where you going? Why does their Fanta look so orange? It literally looks like Nigerian Fanta. What the hell? They even have Reese's Pieces Chips Ahoy.
It looks like Nigerian
Tricks.
Fanta.
What did you say about Tricks? Tricks are for kids. Might have to be a kid today.
So I've got a bit of banana, the pancakes, and then the strawberry. Let's try it.
I believe that's I think that's a Denny's right there.
Oh, this is something else, this. I'm not even joking, this is something else.
The pancakes are like the thickest ever, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. This is so good. Both of our meals and the drinks only came to $38. Well, it'd probably be like $45, including...
You can get everything in the US. The people, the food, the landscapes, the cars, the trucks. Everything in the US simply beats anything I've ever experienced anywhere in the world. I was born in the wrong country. I feel like I belong in the US.
Welcome.
My lifelong dream is about to come true.
they're all getting factory reset.
Yeah, let's go back and let's welcome her to the U.S. again.
I'm about to try the mozzarella stick, the triple dipper. I can't breathe. The amount of freaking videos I watch every single day of people in their cheese pools of their mozzarella sticks. I'm about to cry.
Chili's. Baby
So there's going to be a 30-minute wait for Chili's, and we've driven 30 minutes as well. So
one thing about shopping here in America is they've just got insane variations of everything, like multiple options. Just check this out. Look at the Dr. Pepper, right? We have normal Dr. Pepper. We have Dr. Pepper Zero. We have Diet Dr. Pepper. We have Dr. Pepper Strawberries and Cream. You can also get Dr. Pepper Cherry Zero Sugar. You can get Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut, and you can even get that in a Zero as well. Man. Dr. Pepper Blackberry, Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero, Dr. Pepper Cream Soda, and Dr. Pepper Cream Soda Zero. I think we're going to give this one
already, and that's huge. But what is this? Costco. This is even bigger than Walmart. I'm way too European for this. I'm not able to understand. That's huge. Why is it so big?
They're losing their mind. It's like, now we understand America.
Now we know why Americans fight for such things.
Yes. These are, and this is all due to the World Cup, all the World Cup people.
Oh, that's right.
The best thing on the internet right now is Europeans discovering American food culture. Like, can you imagine going to another country for the first time and discovering ranch? Ranch. This girl is losing her mind over trying ranch for the first time, and I don't blame her. If I went my whole life never trying ranch and I came to the States and I had ranch, my mind would explode. Or imagine seeing one of these soda machines for the first time. You got every flavor, diet, non-diet, every brand in the world right there, one push. You've never experienced anything like this.
Refill. The thing that blew their minds away was the refills.
Send me the one with the girl that says, was it that chick?
Yeah.
Send me that one, because that one has the greatest range of people.
In your life. This is mind-blowing stuff if you've never seen it before, and we take it for granted. This guy is losing his mind at a Wendy's, and he should, because could you imagine having a Wendy's double for the first time in your life? A Wendy's Baconator, a Wendy's 4 for $4 for the first time? Are you hearing what I'm saying right now? This is my favorite because I live in Chicago. A Portillo's cheeseburger, a Portillo's dog. The guy is having his first ever cake shake, which is a milkshake with a piece of cake in it. His brain cannot process what's going on. It's like in Ratatouille when he starts eating the foods and mixing them together and his mind is just blown. That's what's going on right now. These guys are hitting all the meccas right now. And it's funny because like in America, we go to Europe, we come back and we're like, damn, I lost weight, I feel clean. These Europeans are about to go back to Europe with the freshman 15, and I don't blame them.
See.
Okay, so what I'm seeing here is the Europeans or whatever come to America. They're going, oh, look at these food awesomeness, right? All that blah blah blah, right?
Right.
So they go back home with diabetes.
Exactly. Well, they'll lose the diabetes because they'll be back to their normal diet.
Yeah, but for a moment there, they will be tired, exhausted, feeling lethargic, sloth. You know, just all the classic American symptoms. But they won't be they won't be able to survive it long. Why? Because Americans are used to sleuthness. Okay, what's this?
This is from Maximus Decimus Wolfenstein. Confirmed the U.S. Department of Justice has approved Paramount's acquisition of Warner Brothers. Paramount rightfully owns DC. Zack Snyder shared this practically at the same time today on his Instagram. The man definitely knows something we don't.
Good old Zach. Finally get the closure that we're looking for to the Snyder universe, so my box set can be complete. Just saying.
Yeah. And with that, we are done for tonight. We end on a happy note. Tomorrow is Movie Sunday, so join us for tomorrow to watch a movie that George will randomly select. Thank you to Blonde Goth Girl. Thank you to Lurkers and Bots. George, what's your final thoughts?
Yeah.
All right. Until then, bye.
I believe that together we can make America great again. I believe